It's pulling like half the power though. That's pretty cool. It's only pulling 60 watts, right? It's dude, it'll be super interesting though. The fact that GN was actually able to replicate the problem but like by itself is very interesting. Like also impressive, man. He fucking he like narrowed that shit down faster than AMD did, man. Dude, it's crazy. So Der Bauer diagnosed and fixed AMD's cooler problem with the 7900 XTX, and then Gamers Nexus diagnosed and solved the AM bulge. I swear to God, they're just releasing products that are broken and letting the tech media figure it out, because it's actually in their best interest too, because Gamers Nexus is gonna get mad clicks off of that video. Like the more it's almost like a toxic symbiotic relationship. AMD releases a broken ass product, they get their solutions fixed for free from the tech media, and then the tech media get paid from ad revenue by the clicks, and they get content out of it. Yeah, it's like a toxic. Is it toxic? It's kind of toxic. The reason why I say it's toxic is because the end user gets fucked over. You guys know about the whole Zen 2 shit, right? Mainstream tech recommend Zen 2. More cores, more cores, more cores. This fucking nonsense that happened. Everyone bought Zen 2 and found out. I would say a lot of people found out when Warzone 1 came out. A shit ton of people, dude. How many people were getting like 40 FPS in Warzone, right? Then mainstream tech recommend Zen 3. You know what? Just a quick aside here. You know what, the one guy that was saying don't get Zen 2, it was Tech Deals, man. Just like the oddly enough, you know what I mean? Like that guy is kind of like a weird elitist, but he was always like, you want the 9900K and the 10 that you do not want Zen 2. Like I was literally fucking, I think maybe that's why he doesn't get samples anymore. Straight up, dude. He's like, yeah, you don't want the AMD platform, guys. I think he was just trying to be honest with his audience and he got fucked for it, right? Which is really sad, but he was right. He was 100% correct, man. I'm pretty sure that Greg Salazar, Science Studio, said the exact same thing too. He's like, you do not want Zen 2, right? Anyway, that didn't pan out, right? So everyone bought Zen 2, and then this clusterfuck happened, right? So Zen 3 came out. That's when we discovered the AM dip, because now it was no longer, that's when they unified the cache, right? Now it was no longer just low FPS. It was spiky ass high FPS with massive dips, right? Then we found out that 10900K faster than 5950X. Just think about that for a second. Think of the perspective here. Right? Now, skill up and ordinary gamer. What CPU do they run? They run this. So we don't even know if they run XMP or no tune. So, dude, as a hardware enthusiast now, if you're in chat, imagine how slow a 5950X is. And these guys are playing AAA single player games on these things. What does a 5950X get in Warzone? Like 160 FPS? 150? 140? It's dog slow, dude. They are dog fucking slow. Skill Up uses 3200 DDR4? Yeah, man. So basically, Skill Up's CPU is slower than like a 9900K in single player games, man. Problem number one that we're encountering now in the gaming space Games are coming out now where you can't be hardware ignorant anymore. In terms of the game reviewer perspective, you can't be running 128 gigs of RAM with 24 megahertz RAM speed. The new generation of consoles has made that obsolete now, right? What do you do as a game dev? What do you do? I guess we will just make Fortnite and Minecraft forever. That's the solution. What we're gonna find out. Does the game actually run like shit? So, okay, so I was playing all day, yeah, not all day, for like 2 hours. I was playing for about 2 hours yesterday. So I posted this thing on Twitter saying the game runs fine, guys. And I got a whole bunch of people that were like, opening sequence of the game. You need to get to the open world part. I'm like, okay. So I get to the open world part and it has even more FPS than the beginning of the game. I'm like, this is even easier to run. So the people complaining didn't play the game. It's like, it's another one of those I know you haven't tested it situations, right? So anyway, I found one spot that's very CPU heavy, and then I closed the game there. So we're gonna go run that. So the rig that I was running yesterday on Twitter was a 5.8 gigahertz 8000 DDR5. Those were the clips on Twitter yesterday. The rig that I have here is mine, 5.7 7200 dual rank / 64 gigabytes RAM. That's the one I'm running here. So it might even perform worse or better depending on the 64 gigs of RAM. I'm not sure. See, same shit. Oh yeah, this uses a weird fucking combination. Go buy a PlayStation, man. Why are people it's like okay, so here's the thing. Let's say you have a 5950X and your performance is dog shit. Go buy a PlayStation then. It's cheap, man. It's like $500, $400. Don't worry about it.
I can do this. These don't look like any separatists I remember. Bedlam Raiders. What has Gray's gotten himself into?
We'll have to drop it down to 1080p because I'm at 99% usage here. It's over here. It's over here. So here it is. Here it is. This is the spot. Yeah. You see how the GPU usage went down to 87% now? So this spot right here is very CPU intensive. And I'm getting 134. So this is about 5 FPS less than the DDR5 8000 rig on the Apex. Exactly 5 FPS less. So this is 5.7 and 7200. And 110 FPS on the lows when looking and spanning it. So the lows are maintaining, but there we go, 135. Yeah, about 5 FPS lower than DDR5 8000 and 5.8. So let's go jump onto the 7800 X3D rig. I haven't tested that CPU yet, but the 7800 X3D does destroy the 13900K in a lot of single player titles, right? It's tough. Zen 4 is a hard sell. No hitching or stuttering. Yeah, no hitching and stuttering, man, of course. Why would there be? Learn how to overclock. The 1% lows are rock solid. It doesn't matter that the FPS is 128 on that one. It doesn't matter that the FPS is fluctuating. The gaming experience with G-Sync, the 1% lows are what matter, right? It's flawless, man. Stop blaming game developers. And this is one spot. Let's go over here, right? Yeah, now we're at 200, 180. There's no issues, man.
Hey, BD.
I don't have force run yet. Dude, this is what I was saying earlier, where this game is so fun to play when it runs well that it's like I want more of these games to come out. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, right? And this one stays true to the lore for the most part. I want more of these games to come out. You think Respawn is going to release more of these games with the backlash that they got from the community now? They're like, no, fuck these guys, man. And their fucking 2016 CPUs. I wouldn't release a new game either. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we should take up prospecting, huh, BD?
Like, oh, you're gonna whine about shit? I guess you're not getting another one then. Stop whining, guys. Again, we're not, like, I'm too small of a channel, right? I just ran that entire way and no hiccups. Not a single hiccup, dude. Or stutter. Not a single one, man. When I benchmark things for YouTube, I use the 8,000 megahertz memory just to make the numbers look higher. But on my personal rig here, I use 64 gigs of RAM. It's not that serious, man. I don't care about the 5 FPS. The 1% lows were rock solid in Jedi. Do you know what I'm saying? My personal rig is slower than my test bench because I just don't care. It's not that serious. Do you guys remember when I validated that 8400 megahertz on the 13900KF that I have? I checked the FPS difference, man. There was none. It was margin of error on all my benchmarks. It's just not that serious. It's not. And I completely stopped after that. What's the fucking goal? Need 8400 to... The FPS is the same, man. There's no reason to go for more frequency. Zero. Maybe tighten the timings a bit. Maybe. If you can. It's just not that serious, guys. People, hardware enthusiasts are always looking for reasons to overclock. Dude, when I stop seeing performance gains, I just stop overclocking. I'd rather just go play a game at that point. I'll just go play Overwatch. Like I don't care that much, man. So... Ooh! Did you see the dip? The dip! The 58 FPS dip! Do you see that shit, dude? The fucking AM dip! It's like 10 FPS less in the lows. Average is the same. Yeah, average is the same. It's pulling like half the power though. That's pretty cool. It's only pulling 60 watts, right? I think the 7800 X3D is really just an ITX. It's an ITX king. Maybe not so much like a... Yeah, and we're using 89% of the GPU. 90% of the GPU. So 10 FPS less on the average and 10 FPS less on the 1% lows. Against a 7200 dual rank 5.71. So 15 FPS less than 5.8 and 8000. It's not dipping now though, because I guess the cache is full, right? Yeah, I think it's fine, man. This is fine. I think you might just have to deal with a slight dip when it has to load up the cache for a split second. But once it's there, I think you're fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You only gotta dip once. You only gotta dip once.
Nice work. That'll save some time.
What's over here? See, I missed a lot of the, I'm gonna have to replay this game because I missed a lot of the secrets, right?
There it is. Bring it down.
Cool.
Another day, another droid crushed. For me,
No dips or hiccups anymore.
rather them than me, poor clanker. Or you, for that matter. You're worth.
New threat detected. Eliminated.
Oh, he gets fucking rockets, dude.
Direct hit.
Sick. 90 FPS there on the
It's
lows.
safe to say these droids have new masters.
So a little messy on the 3D when you kill shit. But 10 FPS, still okay. Still okay. 13900K at 5.8. 8000. DDR5 4090. It was, let me change the font again. Yeah. It was 140, was it 45? Yeah, it was 145 average, and God, what was it in the clip? I don't even remember now. It was like 125 low, right? 13900K, 5.7, 7200, 64 gigabyte dual rank, 4090 was, it was 140, 135 average, 120. It was like 115 low or something like that, wasn't it? You have to go back and check the clip. I can't remember now. Like this. Yeah, it was like that. That's how it was. 7800 X3D, 5.05, 6400. This was C36. This one is C32. This one is C30. 2133 fabric. 4090. This one was 130 average with it was like 105. It was like 108 or something in the lows. Can't remember now. Low, something like that with occasional dip. Texture dip. There you go. There's your benchmark for the game. That's exactly how it is. 110 watts. 110 to 140. Yeah, that's significant, right? So the 7800 X3D was running 65 watts. 13900K was running 110 to 140 watts. That's a lot. That's double. That's double the power. Double the power for 5 FPS. But no dip. No dip though. Fuck. It's just, and you know what the thing is? If mine is dipping, yours will. Because you can't get a faster overclock than this in terms of fabric or memory speed. 6400 and 2133 is like a top 1% chip. So you're gonna get the AM dip no matter what you do, man. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the max. This is like a god bin. 27 cents per kilowatt hour. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, dude. Electricity calculator. That's a denial argument. It doesn't matter. 27 cents per kilowatt hour. Let's say you play games 8 hours a day. And the Intel CPU pulls, let's say 60 watts more. 60 watts. 100% capacity. It's $47 per year, man. That's if you're gaming 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, dude. No. Absolutely not. Let's cut that in half. You might play 8 hours one day, no hours the next day. Now you're at $23 per year. No shot, man. It's not that serious. Even with the craziest energy prices, it's not that serious, dude. The only value I see in this is when you're running a really tight ITX loop and you kind of only have a 240 or a 280 mil radiator for the CPU and the GPU, and that extra 60 watts can really heat up your loop a lot more. That's where I would say. Maybe we should do a stock run. You want to do a stock run? Let's do a stock run. How about we do 7800 X3D stock? Stock. Because it won't boot me out, right? I can still log into the game. Stock with, let's say 6000 C32 XMP. Want to try that? Let's try it. Dude, I feel like AMD fanboys don't give me enough credit, man. I've blown up one of these fucking things. Look how much shit I've done to this thing to make it perform its best. I really tried, man. I overclocked the fucking piss out of this thing and deleted it. Dude, the Star Wars music. Oh, listen to that. Yeah, let's go. You just know it's gonna be an epic saga with that fucking music, dude. I remember when, oh yeah. Fucking love Star Wars, man. Not the new Disney shit, but like, God, yeah. Dude, I think I've played like every single fucking Star Wars game, except for Battlefront. Never played that one. All the Jedi fucking Outcast, Jedi Academy, all the Dark Forces, man. Oh, God. So good. All the Force Unleashed ones. X-Wing TIE Fighter back in the fucking 80s, dude. Oh, yeah. So, do you remember how in the videos I was saying, nothing you do with this CPU matters? Yeah. I just proved it again. It's not that serious, man. Oh, there's a little bit of a dip there, 95. So, yeah, 90. There you go. So it's 7 FPS less in the 1% lows. 4 FPS less. It's just not that serious, man. It's really not, dude. This is bone stock. So how the fuck are these how are these YouTubers not enabling XMP maybe? Why is their performance so bad? We'll say 100 low because I saw a 98 there. Like, how, like their performance couldn't be any worse than this unless they literally weren't enabling Expo. This is stock. What's the problem?
Take a look at that.
Maybe they're seeing the FPS fluctuations a lot. It's fluctuating a lot.
Wow. I got it so easy.
I forgot how much they talk.
Yeah, I want to go to that droid where we slice him in half. Yeah, it's a bit lower. It is a bit lower on average. 510. It's a nothing burger.
Another day, another droid crushed.
New threat detected. Eliminated.
Pass up!
Oh my god. I'm getting fucking destroyed here.
In my sight. Live.
Oh, so it actually went down to 100 FPS there.
I think it's safe to say these droids have new
So
masters.
it is a bit worse. Yeah, it went down to like 108 FPS with like 95. stock, which is still playable though. Like, I'm not having a problem playing this though, is what I'm saying. Although that is kind of crazy though, a 7800 X3D stock with 6200 or 6000 memory. Let's say worst case scenario, it was like 120 average and like a 98 low. That was the worst that we saw, right? Let's see what is that? 108 divided by 98. Oh yeah, I guess that is 10%. It seems fucking crazy. 130 divided by 120, 8%. So yeah, I guess 10%. It's just, it doesn't seem like very much because we're in such low digit. Like 10% at 200 FPS seems like a bigger jump, right? Like 10% is literally 10 FPS. Do you see any difference in user experience? Yes, I do, but it's not enough to complain about. I do, yeah. Did you guys see how long it takes to, or the first time I launched Windows, did you see how long it took to get the Razer mouse app to pop up? It like froze the computer for half a second. I'm not sure if you caught that on the stream, but there's things like that happen all the fucking time on AMD too. Or like I try and open Afterburner and it hitches to pop up, right? All the time, dude. But it's not a deal breaker. You know what? I don't really care about the performance of this game anymore because it runs just fine. I'm more curious about, oh, you know what though? My CPU is delidded. It's running at 65 Celsius. You know what it could be? Maybe their CPUs are thermal throttling in this game, and that's why it's hitching. Does that make sense? Like, so if you're running a 7800 X3D stock with an AIO, maybe they're hitting 90 Celsius and it's downclocking itself, hitching it, right? I'm using a delidded liquid metal one with a custom loop and a D5 pump. So it's never gonna thermal throttle. That could be it. So the first thing I would check on their systems is to make sure that it's not thermal throttling. Yeah, 65 Celsius. 64 Celsius. So it's probably locked at 5 gigahertz right now anyway. Max boost. We should be rewarding developers for pushing the envelope, not... Like, when you remember back in the day when Crysis came out and nothing could run it? We used to glorify that. Do you guys remember back in the day? It's like, oh shit. And it was so awesome that it became a meme. Can it run Crysis? And we would play that game on 30 FPS and still love it because we're like, fuck yeah, dude. I can run Crysis. Nowadays, it's like, oh shit. It doesn't run on my CPU from 2012? Unacceptable.